Hello everyone, and thank you so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Carissa, and today I'm going to continue with my Frugal Living Tips series. I left off number 64 last time, so we're going to continue on 65. It's been quite a long time since I did a video in this series, so let's get started right away. Number 65 is use your leftover pickle juice for marinade, or you drink it after a workout or after a long night out, because the pickle juice actually has electrolytes in it and it's better for you than drinking up that Gatorade. Or I have also cut up more vegetables like carrots and cucumbers and stuck it in the pickle juice, and it kind of turns them into pickles. I wouldn't do this more than once or twice though, because they haven't gone through the process of the whole pickling process of being heated and all that, so they will go bad after a while. So you do have to eat those up once in a while. But yeah, the pickle juice for marinade, it tasted really good on pork when I did it, and I just added a few other ingredients and it tasted really good. Number 66, I'm sure you've all heard this one before, but buy dried beans instead of canned and make it yourself. This can save you tons of money if you eat a lot of beans like we do. Number 67, again, use your pickled beet juice if you are a beet lover like I am, and use it for marinades and sauces. I really like beet juice with beef. It tastes really good for marinade when I'm barbecuing, and yeah, so you can also make it into a sauce as well. Number 68 is reuse your disposable napkins more than once. I've seen plenty of people take a reusable napkin and just kind of, quickly wipe the sides of their mouths, and the napkin, other than there's nothing on it, and then it gets tossed in the drain. So just like our cloth napkins, if you're using disposable ones, you can use them, a few days in a row until they're, no longer usable. And then I also, after that, I hold on to them as long as they're not drenched, but if they're still somewhat clean, I use them to wipe up dirty spills on the floor or any pet messes. So, and then they get a couple extra uses before ending up in the trash. Number 69 is use all of those takeout containers, even the styrofoam ones, for bringing baked goods to others and sending leftovers home if you are a person who likes to entertain and you often have people over, and send leftovers with them. My mom does this a lot. She always has dinners and such at her house and always sending leftovers home with people, and uses all those takeout containers, and as well as other reusable other reused containers like sour cream, yogurt, etc. So, and then you can also use them to store other things as well if you want. Number 70, if you have chairs that have a worn out fabric, or you can reupholster them. We've done this more than one occasion. You can upholster them yourself too, and this was for other furniture. For instance, my Oma, she had all her couch cushions restuffed because the couch itself was in perfect condition. Just the filling inside, they were kind of all soft and droopy looking. So she brought them in and they restuffed them, and now they're nice and firm again. But it's actually a lot cheaper than buying a whole new couch. And also, you could use the old cushions for restuffing other things, or using it for, we've even used them in restuffing old car seats. So yeah, use your imagination. And yeah, number 71 is, this one is huge, is wear an apron when you are doing housework, cooking, baking, yeah, I said housework, which is cleaning. Even outside, if you're doing, just a little bit of gardening, always wear protective, something over top to protect your clothes that you have on, especially if you're not dressed in grubby clothes. You want to protect those clothes. I've made this mistake once, and I had a little splatter of oil, and it was horrible to get out, but I did manage eventually to get it all out. But it's just easier, less time consuming to just wear an apron in the first place. Number 72 is to reuse leftover wax from used candles. You can either make new candles or you can make wax melts with them. I've also added, some old crayons to the candles to add different color. And then I also, I just add essential oils, or I have used old wax melts that I have and mixed that into the candles as well to give it some scent. And if you want, you can even make your own wicks to save you even more money, because I went and looked for wicks that were already made and they were so expensive, so I decided to make my own, and it saves me a lot of money. Number 73. Now that the warm weather is coming back, a lot of people are going to be throwing, dinners and such. So instead of doing all the work yourself, host potlucks instead of doing everything yourself, and that will save you a significant amount of money. And the last tip of today is pay things on time. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but it's worth mentioning again. Always pay your bills on time. And just a quick reminder, it is nearing the end of April, so if you haven't done your taxes yet, they are due April 30th, and they are due June 15th, I believe, if you are self-employed. This is in Canada. I'm not sure about other places, but I think most places are kind of similar dated. So, yeah, as my job, I always like to remind people to get their stuff in right now. Because if you do end up owing money, if you do even file a day late, you will be stuck with a late filing penalty and then interest on top of that. So definitely always pay your bills on time to avoid any late filing charge and then interest on top of the late charge. So those are my tips for today. I do have way more, and I'm hoping to get regular in this series. I'm also coming up with a whole list of frugal living tips from my Oma. She grew up in World War II over out in Europe, Germany actually. That's where my family is from, born and raised. I'm first generation Canadian, so I thought maybe some of you would find it interesting to hear what they did way back when to survive. And a lot of the things I've learned has come from her. So anyways, just a belated happy Easter to everyone. And thank you so much for watching. I love you. And as always, have a frugabulous day. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye!